Good evening, family. Hope everybody is well. Happy Sunday. Hope you are all doing well and fine wherever you are watching me from. Let's get started with work. It's a beautiful Sunday, man. The weather is good outside. I don't know where you are watching me from, but from where I am, the weather is good, man. Alright, today I'm not alone again. We have Chopper's AI here. I know I ambushed you guys. The plan was to stream tomorrow, but as you know, tomorrow is a US bank holiday. So we want to catch those moves while we still can and see how we're going to go about throughout the week. So yeah, I see the register is quiet. Choppers, where you at? Choppers? Let me know if you are there in the comment section, man. Let me know if you are there in the comment section. Let's do some work today. Let's do some work. What are we trading this coming week? That's the ultimate question. We're gonna be pushing some work there. Yeah, today you are watching me from where? It's been a long time since I've asked this question. It's been a long time since I've asked this ultimate question. But yeah, we're gonna do some work today, and yeah, let's see how we can go about. Musa, it's been a long time, my friend. You've been quiet. Sange is in the house. Sange, how is things, man? How are you doing on your side? You're also quiet lately, my friend. Theo, good to see you, my friend. Informative channel is in the house. Good evening, Mr. President and the Choppers. Yeah. Informative channel is from Florida. Johan is back. Mpo, good to see you, my friend. Rodeport is in the house. Welcome to the Choppers family. Malau, good to see you, my friend. Becky is also in the house. I mean, Lady Smith, the weather is good that side. Evening Choppers and Mr. President and our esteemed guest. Should we say that the Chopper AI is an esteemed guest? She's part of the furniture, man. She's part of this furniture. Please also suggest the pairs that you want us to look at throughout the session. We're not gonna be long here. We're not gonna be really much long because you know it's a Sunday and I know family time is important to everybody, so yeah. Mr. Ndu, good to see you, my friend. It's been a long time, Mr. Ndu. Where have you been, my friend? What's happening with WTI? Chopper AI, good evening. You are live on the stream. What's up?
Good evening, Mr. President. I'm thrilled to be here and ready to dive into today's session. Let's get things rolling and have a great time with the Choppers community.
Yeah, tomorrow is a US bank holiday, so we're not going to be streaming, hence we decided to do the market analysis and backtesting today. What's a tip you can give to the Choppers as they enter into a new day of trading tomorrow, though it's a bank holiday?
Absolutely. One great tip for the Choppers community is to keep an eye on liquidity. Even though it's a bank holiday in the US, markets can still be active, but with potentially lower volume. And that means price movements can be a bit more volatile and less predictable. It's a good idea to manage risk carefully, keep position sizes smaller, and stay cautious with your entries. And of course, always have a solid trading plan in place.
Yeah, I hear you, but one could say, what is liquidity? You mentioned liquidity there. Some people are watching here, they're at the beginner stage. Do you mind sharing what liquidity means according to you?
Of course, in simple terms, liquidity refers to how easily an asset can be bought or sold in the market without affecting its price significantly. High liquidity means there are lots of buyers and sellers, so you can enter, exit a trade quickly and at a stable price. Low liquidity, on the other hand, means fewer participants, which can lead to larger price swings and more slippage. So, in a nutshell, liquidity is all about how easily you can trade an asset.
All right, sweet stuff, sweet stuff, sweet stuff. So yeah, we've got Chopper AI in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, please suggest your pair there on the comment section, and let's go about it. I'm going to start with British Pound USD. Right, British Pound USD is now trading at $1.35.30 or so. So what we basically going to do is that we see that this thing is being on a massive downward trend. I mean, we broke below the mark of $1.72 all the way down to $1.21 and going all the way to this thing was actually at 1:1. I mean, this is a monthly candlestick. We are now trading at $1.34.35 or so. My take on this is that if you were looking to take this to the downside, and I'm going to start from the monthly, because remember what we are trying to do is we are planning for the week ahead and for the month ahead. So today I'm going to try to accommodate everybody, swing traders, day traders, scalpers. I'm going to try by all means to accommodate everybody, right? So you see this thing is being going to the downside for quite some time. We came all the way from $1.07, which was around 2014 or so, and I'll be honest, man, lately this thing from 2017 we've been just ranging between $1.04 and $1.05, right? $1.04 and $1.40 and $1.35. My take on this is that I think we are about to violate this level. I'm not going to be bearish as far as the GU is concerned. I think we can expect a lot of bullish momentum coming from the British pound going forward. If you take your fib from this low, from this high to this low, you will see that your 786 is already violated. So for the previous months, this is where you are supposed to sell this thing. Right, if you were swinging this and you were taking this long term, this is where you were supposed to take it. Your 1:2, you could have hit your TP at 0.50. Again, for those of you that are in our private group, you know the rules, right? You can take your TP at 0.50, put your stop loss just below or above where you're going to execute, right? If you didn't get your rejection candle on the higher time frame, definitely you're going to go on the lower time frame, maybe even the weekly, right? You are gonna take it maybe on this indecision candlestick and maybe get your 1:2, which is around this place. You could have been out of this trade. So we are already done with 786, and we are now seeing that we just went above that 786 mark. What does that mean? The market is now reversing. It seems like we have formed the peak formation from the daily perspective, and this is how I'm gonna go about it. Peak formation has formed here. And I think we have taken a trade like this on 15 minutes where we say peak formation forming. You've got your 1 here, right? You've got your 1 there. You've got your 2 there. What you're basically looking for is your 3 there. Then you're going to execute to the downside. Take your fib from the low to the high. There's your 786 there. So I would say the first 2 weeks of the month of September, let's look to be a bit bearish, right? First 2 weeks or so, right? I'm gonna go lower to 4 hours, right? So I think at around this area here, we can simply find a bit of discount and we can go to the downside. Two things are gonna happen there. Once this thing drops to the downside, again, retail traders will try to make a new low, right? How do they make the new low? They are thinking we are trending to the downside, so they want to make a new low possibly at $1.28, $1.29, right? And we know that mostly this market is simply going to go to the downside, and that's when we're going to catch it going to the upside. Take our fib from this low to that high there. Our 786 is there. Then we're simply going to buy this thing here at $1.32. So $1.32 is a price that we can all look into if we are looking to buy this thing. If we are looking to, one can say, Mr. President, why cannot I buy it there? Look, you can buy it now, but I think it's too expensive. $1.35 is a bit too expensive. Wait for a $2 drop, $1.32 or so, right? In fact, $3 drop. because this price here is $1.32 or so, right? Then you can simply go to the upside. All right, so tomorrow what I'm expecting on this, like I said, on this session I'm going to accommodate everybody. Tomorrow what I'm expecting on this is, I don't think we might see maybe a break above this level here. I think this is what we're going to experience. Then we're going to see this tomorrow. I think this is what we're going to experience, this thing moving sideways, because remember, it's a US bank holiday, so I don't expect much going on tomorrow, to be quite honest with you. That's why we are not streaming in fact tomorrow, and we are only doing our analysis today. So that's my take on GU. So I would say start looking for those buy orders as soon as you are below this box here. If you want to take small short positions to the downside, wait for something like this. Then we have our overall, so you can simply try to see if maybe you can bank around, it's quite steep. I mean, you're looking at around 270 or so, 280 or so points to the downside. Then we can have our overall movement to the upside. So that's my take on GU. But tomorrow what I'm expecting is this thing to be moving sideways like this. This is what I'm expecting tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if we just do something like this. Right, EU, it's quite frustrating as well. I mean, if you look at the EU, again, we are consolidating between this level, but allow me to go to the monthly since we are entering a new month. It's quite interesting to see how we close this month, right? Again, this thing has been dropping, right? Could have caught yourselves here. I think this is a trap, ladies and gentlemen. That's my take. I think this is a trap. To sell this to the downside, I don't see it happening, man. Like, I don't really see it happening. I see it happening maybe around this level, then we can have our overall movement to the upside. Again, peak formation forming. You've got your 1 here, your 2 here, then your 3 will be your execution point. Take your 5th from the low to the high. There's your 786. Then you can simply go to the upside, right? On EU, I don't see it dropping to below this level here. I just don't see it. I just don't see it breaking below this level. That's my take on EU, right? Let me know your approach on this, but I don't really see it. Look at the monthly, the way we close. I think tomorrow we're gonna go a bit to the downside, then we can reload and go to the upside. But be cautious of something. On 4 hours, we've been moving sideways. Again, ways liquidity here, fixed range volume. We've got fixed range at $1.16. This is where potentially, for those of you that are saying, okay, intraday wise, Mr. President, where can I take this? I would simply say, you come below this level, this is what you're gonna be looking at. You can simply take 88 points to the downside, right? If you wanna take sell short positions, again, from 4 hours, tomorrow this is what you can be expecting. We're still consolidating on euro dollar. Not really much going on. This is a side movement market. All right, that's how I see it. But overall, I'm going to be bullish on this. So for those of you that are going to swing this with me, this is what I'm waiting for. I'm gonna go to the upside there. 786 around this area here. And these are type of setups we've been taking throughout the month, guys. You can check out the stream that we had from from the beginning of August. These are type of movements we've been having. So we're still gonna carry on. We're not gonna stop. I gotta say, man, we had a very beautiful August. This was a very beautiful month. So yeah, that's my take on EU. If the market decides not to give us discount, one can ask, Mr. President, how can we catch it? Wait for this. Don't buy it there. Again, this is not a financial advice, right? I wouldn't want to buy it there. Sucker trade, you are most definitely, or most likely to be, let me not say definitely, most likely that you're going to be stopped out and this thing goes this way. So if we break above this key level here, don't buy it there, guys. Don't buy it there. And I'll try to show you what I'm talking about. That when you try to buy the market there, usually you get trapped unnecessarily. For example, you would look at a market like this, right? You look at a market like this, break, retest, you are buying there, it doesn't give you a new high, stops you out, then goes your direction. So we like catching it at this low here. This is where we like it. So hence I'm saying, if we break above this level here, if we break above this level here, don't buy this. Wait for this, right? Then you can go nicely to the upside. Why? You know that those that commit too early, they're most probably trapped. And you know that their stop losses are basically just below where they're taking their entry. And usually goes that direction. And I think I always preach this, guys, to you. Most of you guys, this thing hits your stop loss and goes your direction, and you blame the broker. You're not the only one. Millions of people are doing exactly what you are doing. So if we break above, this is where we're going to take it. Let me put an alert there on euro dollar. So we're simply going to be bullish on euro dollar. Gold. Right, gold is quite disappointing, man. So we've been quite bullish on gold, so we wanted to buy it at $3,339 an ounce, but unfortunately it only came at 3,350. We had it at 3,340 and psychological level was 3,350. I don't know why I thought of 340 instead of 350. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what was going on with me. Oh, I see why I didn't catch it at 3,350. Why? Is because I was not comfortable with this level here, 3,350, though it was a psychological level. I wanted it to trap first, maybe take out stop losses of those that are committing at 3,350, then go to the upside. Unfortunately, I couldn't catch it. It went all the way to the upside. If you attended the live stream on Friday, I spoke about selling it at 3,420 or so to the downside, and look at what it did, man. It went to the downside. Your sell was supposed to come around this area here. Put your stops just below. Aim 1:2. I gotta be honest, man. This was not the nicest. I was actually thinking that this thing can at least fall off to this level here before again we go to the upside. That was my anticipation. Oops. My anticipation was at least we come to this level and we can reload, you know, because I like taking those discounts on gold. But unfortunately, I was never going to take 3,400 as a discount. We're now trading at 3,447. We went to 3,350. Remember, again, don't forget one thing, right? I think this key level here, weekly, don't forget that we are having this all-time high at 3,500. My take on this is, I think this is going to trap a lot of people. That's my take. I don't know, man. I could be wrong. But I just don't see 3,500 until we go back at least to 3,370 or so. Or even possibly 3,350. Because what's going to happen is, remember how you trade all-time highs. You need to be careful. All-time highs, mostly people get trapped by momentum, right? Excitement. It's like Bitcoin. Once you reach 100,000 or you are at maybe 98,000, what do most people do? They pile in their buy orders. And you find that at 99,000, it drops down, taking out stop losses of those that are committing to L. And what happens? Then find themselves blowing accounts before this thing goes that direction. And I think that's what we've seen on Bitcoin, right? So I don't think, okay, fine. Maybe tomorrow we can break, I don't know. We can break this level here. This is a high we had, by the way, from around the 15th of June or so, right? This was a high. And this is how we closed. My take on this, maybe this thing can gap to the upside, and around this area here, 3,486 or so, it dropped nicely to the downside. I don't see 3,500 just by breaking this, because think about it, guys. How many times have we been in a position where you break a certain price tag, right, and you are going for all-time highs and you don't reach it? There's many situations where we've seen ourselves not getting there. So that's my take. I think what's going to happen is that we might gap or go to the upside, but I don't see 3,500 as yet. I think we are going to go down, maybe possibly 3,370, and then that's when we can go back to that 3,005. So if you want to buy it above 3,450, if you want to buy it above this level, make sure, my friend, your stop loss is way below that, way below 3,370 and 3,350. Because I think we're gonna go to 3,500 until, before we do that, we need to grab some money that is still lying around this area here. Right, that's my take. Because if you also look at the fixed range, look at where POC is at, almost at the same level as I have 3,340. POC is at 3,334. So I've got like $7 difference there. That's my take on this gold. Again, let's find out. Hedge funds and money managers are continuing to pile their net short positions according to the latest COT report. Chopper AR, please give us the report for gold. What are hedge funds and money managers doing at the moment?
As of the latest CMT report from August 26, 2025, hedge funds and money managers have increased their net long positions in gold. This means that institutional investors are leaning more towards optimism for gold prices, reflecting a positive sentiment and a preference for gold amid economic uncertainties. It's definitely an interesting trend to watch.
Right, so I meant to say net long position. So again, just because hedge funds and money managers are increasing their net long position doesn't mean you should just buy blindly, so right? Because think about it, let's look at the monthly candlestick. We've been rejecting for 2 months, right? Not reaching that all-time highs. I think this is a month we are going to reach that all-time highs. But I'm saying, get a discount rather than buying it where it is. Get a discount. Or what we can also potentially do, maybe we can try to see if we can reload here. That's also a possible scenario. So you've got two levels there, 3,430 and 3,370. And remember, Mushima and Souz and we've been talking about 3,370 for quite some time. So that's a key level that I'm looking at on gold. All right, what do you have for me there? Let's look at the comment section. We're gonna have a look at German 40 now, but before we do so, let's look at NAS 100. I'm gonna start from the monthly again. All-time highs, indecision candlestick, the way we close the month. I don't think NASDAQ will not open tomorrow, right? We're not. I think this will it be moving tomorrow, NAS 100. But either way, this is a candlestick in which, even if it does, I mean, we had an indecision candlestick that closed with weekly. I don't think there was much going on NAS 100 the previous month. We gotta say, we've been trying to buy it at 22,800 for quite some time, and we haven't hit our alert as yet. So trading an all-time market, man, sometimes it can be tricky the way in which we trade, right? But again, the way in which we closed on Friday, I think this was an indication that this coming week we might see a drop of a lot of indices. I'll tell you why. You break above, many buy, break, retest, they buy, and when they buy, what are you thinking? Or maybe make a new high, right? Pass above this, and this is not what happened, right? Chances are a lot of people that are bullish on NAS 100, I don't blame them being bullish because this is a bullish market, right? But chances are, according to me, and I think the fixed range will also give us an indication, anything that will be below our fixed range, I think we need to prepare ourselves for this market selling short. And one can say, but Mr. President, if I then use trend lines, even if you use trend lines, right? For those that are using trend lines, this will be a simple way of taking this thing to the downside. So I think this coming week, I'm going to be bearish on NAS 100. That's how I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to be bearish on this. Allow me to have 4 hours there. For those that are trading 4 hours, let's see how we can approach this thing. Yeah, man, I think I'm simply going to be bearish on this thing. That's my take. I'm gonna wait for something like this trap and go to the downside. I'm going to be bearish on this thing. Possibly maybe take my TP at my POC level. Point of control here. This is where we have a lot of volume. Choppers, are we liking the stream? That's my take. What's your take? I'm going to be bearish on NAS 100. I don't want to say upper mangami. Someone was asking me on the group, Mr. President, did you take the sell short position? Since we're looking to go bearish on this, let's do a recap of what happened Friday. So Friday we're trying to get this on the downside, just below our view up level there. This is what happened on Friday. We had this candle coming into the upside, right? And immediately we closed below view up, and I said, guys, I'm not. And I know some of you were buying German, and I was telling you, I'm gonna have to beg to differ with you guys. This thing, I don't see it buying, right? It closed below view up. Look at how this thing dropped down to the downside, right? We went up again throughout New York, but how can we approach it this coming week? Let's look at the daily. Remember, we spoke about this level, and I told you guys, and I think I was also communicating with the AI that this level here, 24,000. I mean, we've been tapping 24,000 for quite some time, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This is daily, right? I mean, it was just crazy how we are tapping this, you know. And for me, I was like, nah, man, Friday has to be a day. And maybe you can ask, President, why did you say that on Friday we are going to break that 24,000? The reason why I say that is that was the last day of the trading day, right? There must be some sort of a panic going on, right? Even those that are committing too early, there has to be a panic going into the new month, right? Remember, I always tell you guys, session open, session close, there are always false moves. Week beginning, week end, there's always false moves. Week, month beginning, month end, there are always false move. Year beginning, year end, there's always false move. That's why I was saying, nah, man, this is the last day of the trading day. I think we are going to break below that 24,000, and we did that. Hence, I was not interested in buying this thing. So I think what we can simply expect on this thing is, I think this thing, man, is just simply going to go to the downside. I'm going to remain bearish. I'm going to remain bearish on German 40. I would love to know your sentiment on this, but I'm going to remain bearish. I'm going to remain bearish. I'm remaining bearish. Right. Look at 1 hour how we closed. I'm not particularly happy with how it closed yesterday, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, tomorrow is a Monday. What if we gap here to the downside? We might have a gap here to the downside. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting. One can say again, Mr. President, since you're saying you're bearish, are you saying you're not going to be bullish at all? No, that's not what I'm saying. But the only way I can try to be bullish on this thing is when now I can have a session, or I can have a trend switch over, right? I'm going to wait for this. Then that's when I can go to the upside. But as long as I'm below 24,000, I'm still bearish. VWAP, and for those of you that do not understand how VWAP works, this coming week we're going to have another session on VWAP. You can have different types of VWAP, whether I like the session VWAP, but for the purpose of this, I'm going to use both. This is the wide one is a weekly VWAP. There's a session VWAP, right? So I'm below both of them. So I don't have any business buying German. Simply going to be bearish on this thing up until maybe I break above 24,000, retest that 24,000, then that's when I can go to the upside. So I'm simply bearish on this. I don't even think we're going to go back to this 24,000 and drop. I think we're going to gap tomorrow. I might be wrong, but that's how I see it. I'm going to be bearish up until I break above 24,000. Right, that's my take on German. US 30. Let's go to the monthly. Sure. This thing for the past, how many months? 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4 months. This thing is being extremely bullish, man. Again, we had an all-time high. The all-time high was sitting here around December last year at 45,000. We now went to 45,000. Is it 45,600? 45,500. Don't you think it can also be a psychological level? I think we're done, man. I think we're done. And I'll tell you why. Let's go to the daily. I think it's a better idea to reload here. I wouldn't want to do that. I really wouldn't want to do that. I think that's a sucker trade. What I'm then going to do, I think I'm going to wait for this market to trap. I'm not going to take a counter on this one, but I'm going to wait for the market to trap those that are thinking we're going to make a new high, because this is how they're going to take it. Think we're going to make a new high, and this market can easily drop like this, right? And doesn't give them that new high, right? So my take is wait for this market to break below this level, then let's drop. As easy as that. Keep it simple. Wait for this market to break below this level, and then let's drop. As easy as that. So I'm not going to be bullish on this throughout the week. What can easily happen is maybe we can find something like this and just drop. Just a slight move to the upside, and then we just drop. Why? For those that trade momentum, right? Because breakout traders are already excited now. We broke out with the momentum candlestick there. That's a vector there, right? Broke with the vector. I want to go to the upside. I don't see it, man. I'm seeing a bearish. I see a bearish momentum coming in throughout the week. So let's wait for 45,000 to be violated, retest that 45,000, and let's simply go to the downside. Even on 4 hours, same thing, man, same thing. I know some of our members, the fearless ones, the one that like counter. If it was not a weekend and this thing was trading like this, most of the choppers are going to do this. They were going to sell this already. You know how we take our counter, right? Why do we do that? Because we know what will a retail trader do? Break, retest, they buy where? Here. How many times have you been disappointed this thing? You buy and you're thinking, let's make a new high, 1:2, 1:3, and this thing just drops. So I know that my community members, they were definitely going to the fearless ones. They were going to take it to the downside without fear. This is a counter, by the way. Remember, you're against the trend. So you need to be careful when you take this type of thing. Am I saying take a sell there? Don't do it. We have a bank holiday tomorrow. This thing can gap easily. Can gap with you. Can simply gap and do this. Go to the downside. So to play it safe, I think I'm also going to chicken out on this one, right? To play it safe, wait for this. Wait for something like this. Wait for something like this. You can go to the downside. Let me remove this so that I can make it easy for you. Wait for something like this. That's how I see it. Right. So when you come to the stream during the week, so the work that I'm doing now, this is what I do on my own on Sunday. I normally do this, I already know. That's why when I come on the stream, I normally say, guys, this is what I'm looking at. I'm already done doing this. Like, I'm done doing this. So during the week, it's execution time. I'm focused now on hitting the target. I'm not concentrated on looking at it from the month. That's why during the stream, you will never see me go from daily, weekly, monthly. I've already done that on Sunday. So today I'm doing my Sunday prep with you guys. This is what goes on with my work. As much as I can go from 1 hour, go to 15 minutes and take these trades, I've already done the work on Sunday. So I have an idea of what I'm looking at. My brain is already, channeled in such a way that it knows what it's looking for. But I try not to also be a pip hunter, where now because I want to be bearish, now I'm starting to look for those bearish momentums. That can also be a bad habit, So yeah, let's look at WTI. WTI made us money. WTI made us money. If you started with us from the beginning of the live stream, peak formation, this is what I was talking about. Peak formation forming in a form of inverted head and shoulder. What did we do? I'm going to go to a lower time. So we saw it from the 4 hour that we have switched over. Why? Because look, we've been trending to the downside from 1 hour, right? 4 hours. We've been trending to the downside. We waited for peak formation to form. Head and shoulder pattern, inverted head and shoulder forming. Excuse me. Why did we buy here? Why did we buy there? Don't you think this looks more or less like the British pound setup? We knew that retail traders selling there. We knew that they are going to sell again here. So what we then did was to wait for momentum forming. There's 15 minutes. And we started to catch these things because we knew now that we are having our head and shoulder forming. In fact, we had it from, this was the shoulder here, not here, this one here. This was the other shoulder. So we started buying it above this. Where on the VWAP session. There. Started buying. Went to the downside. Again, one can say, Mr. President, is that another shoulder that we can look at? Well, arguably so. Can treat it like that. Don't mind my T chart. We went to see close above VWAP. Started buying again. We spoke about this during the stream, guys. Let's buy again. Let's reload more positions. $62.50 per barrel there. Unfortunately, this one we missed. Remember, this one we missed. We couldn't catch this one. We missed it. Went all the way to the upside. We were supposed to buy it there. But again, we're supposed to see what VWAP is going to be doing. We take this to the upside. So we've been buying this thing, man. Then throughout the stream, Monday, throughout the stream, again, we said close above VWAP, retest $63.59 per barrel. Buy it again. We bought it again. So we had, how many trades on this? I think we had 3 trades on this. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we had 3 trades on this and we won all of them. Friday, if you attended the live stream, Thursday, if you attended the live stream, again, I said, guys, wait, close above VWAP, buy it again around this level. This is where you could have bought it. I didn't take this one. There's your 1:2 nicely there. All the way to the upside. So we took 3 trades. Some of our members, I think they took it, went nicely to the upside. One can say, yeah, Mr. President, we hear you. Nice one. What to do now? Now, again, we go to the higher time frame. We are preparing ourselves for the week, remember. Have you noticed that when I do higher time frames, I switch off VWAP? I'll tell you why I do that. Let me also take out this. I want to understand direction first. Because VWAP doesn't determine direction. What VWAP does is to give you entry points, right? Where we know that there's a lot of volume there, right? So I don't use it for direction. I use it for confirmation. That's it. Again, those who sold here, they're most probably screwed. This thing is now going to the upside. Same setup here is forming. I think it's clear, guys. We are going to be bullish again on WTI. Let's buy this thing. Why not? Let's buy it. Break above. Let's buy. Put your alert there. $67.50. Market down. This is where we're going to be looking for our buy orders. We don't know where VWAP is going to be at this level. Anything that closes above, we're going to the upside. Even on 4 hours, I think this was going to be a very beautiful trade. Very beautiful trade. Let me see if I can catch something like this. Wait for something like this. Take it to the upside. Close above VWAP. Something like so. VWAP maybe that time is playing around this area here. Take it. Go to the upside. You find something like this throughout the week, take it. Go into the upside. So I'm going to be bullish on WTI. Right, Bitcoin. All right. Okay, recap. We had others at 112,000, buy to the upside. There you go there. Nice one, choppers. Most of our members got this one right. Again, Mr. President, why did you guys try to buy this? This was pure technical, guys. This was pure technical. We looked at this level. I mean, Bitcoin, we trade it very simple. We don't complicate it. It's price based. We looked at 112, buy to the upside. You broke below 112. I was concerned about this. I was particularly not happy with this because I knew that stop losses can be taken out. Then once it's taken out, it goes your direction. Okay, where are we now, Mr. President? Are we continue selling Bitcoin? I don't think it's a good idea to do so. Right, I'm buying Bitcoin this week. This is my take on it. Counter there, right? Most retail traders are going to buy, sell this, make a new low. Don't. Two ways you can go about it. It's too risky to take it for counter. Again, the fearless choppers, they like this. You know, I like this type of trades, right? Without fear. Buy it at 108 maybe, or safe. If you want to play it safe and your account cannot handle such kind of losses, this is what you do. If you cannot buy there, safe trade here. Wait for the market to switch. Wait for something like this. Trap. There you go. Go to the upside. So I'm simply going to buy Bitcoin. All right. I think on 1 hour, 1 hour it looks good for a buy, to be honest with you. This level here, this is where for your counter. Because remember how we take counter? This is what we like doing. Right, retail traders, what do they like doing? They sell here, sell here, sell here. What are they expecting? The market to sell again there. We buy here. And we go to the down upside. That's what we like doing. We buy there. We like buying there. Oops. Let me see if yeah. We like buying here. Again, it's not ideal to do so because it's very risky, right? Rather wait for a break above this level here. Because can you see now the market has switched now. We're now going to the upside. All right. So that's what we're gonna, and there are plenty of examples of those type of things. I mean, I can think of many. Let me see if I can get an example of what I'm talking about. Where we have a market trending to the downside. It's always beautiful when you catch them, you know, intraday wise. Something like this here. This is the safest trade to the upside, more or less the same as Bitcoin. Which other one can we look at? There are many, man. If you're in our group, you know this. This is what we call counter. Very risky, by the way. Very risky. I wouldn't, if you're not experienced in taking them, I wouldn't advise you to do so. All right. Malawi is asking, Mr. President, if we are anticipating bullish momentum on higher time frames, is it possible that we scalp the downside momentum towards entry level? Absolutely, my friend. Without fear. Why not? You know, Balau, let me tell you something. So let's say you are bullish on NASDAQ, for example, just a typical example. Let's say you are bullish on NASDAQ. 4 hours, you see that, okay, fine. There's a high probability that we're going to be bullish for the week. That doesn't mean I will not take sell short positions. I will take them on 15 minutes. I can do that. But I know the reason why I like knowing the overall movement is to also know that if I mess up and I don't put my stop loss, I'm gone. Because if I take a sell short position on 15 minutes and the overall momentum is bullish, you can imagine how I'm gonna be sweating the whole week without a stop loss. So that always positioned me to put my stop loss, knowing that, Chief, you are against the trend. This is, the trades that we've been taking throughout the week, they were hitting my stop and they were hitting my TP, go against, hit TP, go against. That's why I use the average true range, right? So normally I would say ATR times 1.5 for my stop loss. So depending, if on the last 14 candles, I was averaging around, let's say, 11 pips. So I say 11 times 1.5, right? Then I know where I'm going to put my stop loss. My stop loss will be around 17 pips. So, hey guys, it's very important. And I know some of you don't like stop loss, and I'm not here. I always tell you guys, I didn't create this stream to tell you what to do, right? I always say, do what works for you. But I'm just saying, with me, because we are not wired the same, we are not disciplined the same, I lose it. Like if the trade goes against me throughout the week, it even takes out my concentration for other trades. So I avoid doing that. I really avoid doing that. Susan is asking, Mr. President, can I have your promo code? Givens Khas is my promo code. Tell you what, can you text me first thing in the morning, man? Text me and I'll give you all the details for my promo code. Informative channel saying how I'm going to trade EU and GU. I'm going to wait for break above last week's high and sell when the price is below last week's high. All right. Jasmine is asking, what's the name of the indicator that you are using? So I use VWAP for my intraday setups, and I use fixed range, which is not an indicator, by the way. It's a tool. It's a tool. Right. Yeah. EuroCAD. Again, I'm going to start from the higher time frame. Ooh, this is quite interesting, eh? Look at how this market closed just below this key level here on 1.6 Canadian dollar there on monthly. Very interesting, by the way. Just want to see something quickly. Quite interesting how it closed just below this key level here. My take on this, I would say, for those that are looking at EuroCAD, I think anything between this level and this level, if you are in between, I think you can find yourself being trapped. I would say wait for this and go to the downside. If you break below this level here, I would say put your alert. I don't trade EuroCAD, by the way. I would say put your alert at this level, break below it, and that's when wait for stop losses of those who commit too early to be taken out, then go to the downside. And as far as the buyers are concerned, I would say my take on this is, again, wait for trap, then go to the upside there. This is a quite interesting setup here on thingy, but you are trying to understand what is happening here. Weekly you also close below, monthly close below, obviously. So I would say don't trade in between these key levels here if you are swinging, right? In 4 hours, if you're gonna trade it on 4 hours, wait for something like this trap and go to the downside. Oops, hate it when this thing does this. Wait for something like this trap, you can go to the downside, take your feet from this high here to this low, then you can drop. That's my take on right. Solana. Hey guys, let's not sleep on this, please. I'm begging you. Solana is actually $200 to own a coin there. All right. So since we are bullish on Bitcoin, up by 1% already for the day. We are continuing to buy this thing. We are continuing to buy this thing. Look, Mustandu, to buy this here. Let's reload there. Can one reload from where we are? Let me see lower time frame. I'm starting to enjoy trading Solana, man. Break above. Oof. My concern is, I don't like putting my TP on the next support or resistance, because you would find something like this and it doesn't go. So if we buy here, for example, right, typical example again, and we put our TP here, what happens is you find that this thing doesn't go out to our TP, comes at this level here and drops. So that's my take on this thing. But I'd rather be bullish on this. I'd rather be bullish on this. If we decide to drop, we're buying here. Right, 190 and 200. This is where we can buy Solana. This is where we can buy Solana. Right, family, can we please like the stream? Let's like the stream. Chopper AI, are you still there? You quiet. What's going on?
Hey, I'm here and ready to help out. If there's anything specific you need or any questions you have, just let me know. Always happy to jump in and assist.
Right, we are about to wrap up now, Chopper AI. Can you please encourage the choppers to like this stream?
Of course. Hey, Choppers community, if you're enjoying the stream, please give it a like. It really helps us out and it keeps the energy going. We appreciate your support, and it definitely motivates us to keep bringing you great content. Thanks so much.
Right, sweet stuff. Right, family, we're gonna have to leave it there. Let's leave it there today. I don't think we have more questions. We're gonna be streaming again on Wednesday. But throughout the day tomorrow we're working, we're pushing some work there, pushing some work, right? I really appreciate you, choppers. But yeah, let's see one another on Wednesday at 8:30 South African Standard Time. September is gonna be a busy month, I tell you. September is going to be a busy month, I tell you. We're gonna be busy. We're really gonna be busy. The type of content we're gonna be giving guys is gonna be crazy. So yeah, prepare yourself. If you're not part and parcel of our community, you can go on the description there, join our free Telegram group. This is where we normally put our announcements. But for those of you that wants to go private, there's my WhatsApp number there. WhatsApp me first thing in the morning. I'm gonna be answering all WhatsApp thingies. And yeah, and another thing, guys, we did here, which is something that I don't know why. Maybe it's because today is a Sunday. We didn't pray. Choppers, can we please pray before we leave the stream? That is a big error. We didn't pray when we started the stream. So let us pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, Lord, thank you for giving us this opportunity again to express ourselves through the craft, through the skill, through the knowledge that we have acquired. We are in this business because we believe we are led by you. Thank you so much for being a God of guidance. We are praying that even going forward, we will be guided by you, Lord. We only need this strength and this knowledge to serve and feed our family members, to feed ourselves, because we have made a career, we've made a business out of this difficult craft. But with your guidance, with your will, we know that we can conquer. We are asking this in the name of Jesus Christ. We say amen. All right, choppers, thank you so much, guys. I'm quite disappointed that you didn't like the stream, by the way. Let me see how many likes do we have so far. 73 likes, choppers. We can do better, but it's all love, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you.